A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A quick toss into the hands of Addison.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's second and 2. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Throw right side to Olave. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
They'll run for it. It's Kamara. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on fourth down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Out of the pistol, it's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Here now, third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance. The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try again here, second and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Play action now. It's Murray. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Saints. What a luxury to have in an offense. A tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing now, Murray on first down. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Murray. Now for the third time in the first quarter, he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Pete Werner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. And even 30 yards. Now Kamara. And a good run there to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Kamara. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. That is hard. What a job to keep the play alive. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, New Orleans.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the 1st down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. He'll air it out, deep for Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On 2nd down, Murray. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Murray now to throw on first down. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Third down, 3 to go. They put Wilson in motion. Open man, right side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Murray's going to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
That is hard! And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. They'll try to run this one in. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal. That is caught. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep.
And he's going to be taken down. Could not get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over. Stop on 4th and goal.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
this offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected.
And he's in! Touchdown Saints! He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and